Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Red Bull Coliseum. I'm your caster here, Victor Kaxx. Joining me here in the analyst table is Sogeking, and we're going to be bringing you the first Overwatch match of the day, which is going to be between Fire Dragoon Overwatch and Tilt Valhalla, Malaysia versus Indonesia. So, Sogeking, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, Victor. I'm very excited to see where this is going to go. Fire Dragoon, of course, our hometown heroes, playing amazingly well coming into this tournament, taking down one of the favorites, Lucio, in the previous match, the round of 32, surprising everybody, being able to make it to this round of 16. It's going to be incredible to see whether they're going to be able to take down Tilt Valhalla.
That's right, that's right. In any case, we'll be going into our first map here, which is going to be Lijiang Tower. So this is a control point map, meaning there's a single control point in the middle where both teams have to fight over. The team that has the highest capture percentage will win the round, and the first to win 2 rounds wins this map. So here we go. So it looks like Fire Dragoon will be on the blue side, whereas the red side will be Tilt Valhalla from all the way from Indonesia.
So interesting thing, Victor, is that we're on the new patch. Remember, we do not have tournament patches because we're not a big enough tournament. But I will say that this new patch is very interesting because Mercy, without Guardian Angel refreshing during her resurrection, means that she's a lot less mobile. Let's see if she still sees any playtime here.
I can still see that teams will still hold on to the Mercy because given that she's still pretty strong there with the Guardian Angel, already her new ultimate. So I definitely think that there's definitely still see a lot of use there, especially when Pharah is also still a huge factor even in this current patch. In any case, here we go. So CK going in with the Pharah. Okay, going to put in concussive blast. Going to be able to boop the Winston off the edge there, but he's able to use a rocket pack to get back into the fold there, and the recall coming in from the Tracer. But CK is going to go up front and center here to try to put some damage there onto the Winston. He's going to have to back up a little bit, but the Tracer is going up front and center here to try to put some shots there onto Lab, but Cross Life is going to get taken out there by a single well-placed shot from Pharah. Meanwhile, iCreek is going to be up front and center there with the shield. Keeping it alive.
Oh, Mercy's going to go down.
The flashbang is going to catch him there, but it looks like Morgikiru is going to be taken out there by CK. Zoxos is going to be able to get a revenge kill there onto Flame Shot, but Winston is going to force DJ7, but DJ7 unfortunately misses the edge there and falls to his death. Meanwhile, Jessie from Tilt Valhalla going onto the point there, but unfortunately the Winston of Sword is going to take him out. Pulse Bomb going to come in, not going to connect, unfortunately as Cross Life is going to be wrapping around here. He's going to try to hold this in place there, but unfortunately Dragoon has taken control at a control point. Cross Life gets taken out with a single right click there by Darkaz. So it's going to be a reset here. Fire Dragoon already having 10 percentage points on the board. While Tilt Valhalla are going to be setting up for the reset here. The Mercy rejoining the rest of the team as Zoxos is going to be up in the sky there, trying to put in some shots there, trying to keep Fire Dragoon soften up a little bit as iCreep is going to come up front and center there, putting in the Tesla cannon to good use onto Darkaz there, but facing a lot of trouble there. He's going to try to jump into the backline instead and aim for that Mercy. Flame Shot is going to get taken out in the process, but Sora is going to be able to get a revenge kill quickly there. Zozo is going to be coming in there, takes out the support player of Lat. The Cross Life coming in the front and center there. Unfortunately, Darkaz is able to make good use of his right click to take it out, but unfortunately, he gets taken out by Cross Life in the front line. Morgikiru is going to try to keep Cross Life alive for as long as possible, but it looks like the control point has been completely overrun by Tilt Valhalla, and they're going to be able to capture it away from Fire Dragoon. So a nice little push there by Tilt Valhalla. What do you think about that, Sogeking?
Well, Tilt Valhalla is actually doing very well there, figuring out that they need to be able to take down the Mercy first, and Flame Shots on that McCree falling down first is gonna let them come into this fight.
All right, Fire Dragoon is going to go in for the back there. Zoxos is going to use a Rocket Barrage there to try to stem that tide there, but still Vertexity is able to get through and he's going to be able to bring CK back in the fold. Flame Shot meanwhile gets a nice flash area, but unfortunately no fall up there. He's going to go in front of Zoxos, but Zoxos will be able to take out that McCree. Meanwhile, the Technical Visor is going to be in full effect here. Vertexity going to be starting around there with a Mercy, and Sora is going to end that immediately, and then the Graviton Surge is going to catch them all in place there, but he's going to be able to use the Sound Barrier to keep them alive. Jessie is. Zoxos coming in there. He's going to see Lat along the side of the pillar. He's going to wrap around there, trying to get a kill on Lucio, and Lucio is able to get into the shield just in the nick of time. Fire Dragoon still hasn't quite got the capture of the control point yet, as Tilt Valhalla is now up 47%, and finding Zoxos gets taken out there by Flame Shot. Meanwhile, looks like Vertexity is going to be on the point here, keeping his teammates alive as Fire Dragoon. They've successfully taken the point away from Tilt Valhalla, but with 51 percentage points on the board here, I think Tilt Valhalla is still in a very good position at this point.
No, I think the interesting thing is that Fire Dragoon, even after being able to take that pushback, is still going to have the percentage advantage going into this next fight. And the concussion blast here coming out from CK is going to make sure that the Tracer has no recall, not going to be able to play as aggressive as she would like.
They need to charge up those ultimates as quickly as they can. Cross Life in the front lines there, still trying to find a kill there onto the Lucio, but Lat is going to be able to back off behind the safety of the Primal Rage coming out from Soar. Meanwhile, Jessie is going to take the wrong end of a rocket. There is going to be out for the countdown, forcing Valhalla to fall back. They've lost too many men in that push there. It looks like the Soldier 76 is going to have to duck away there, dodging those rockets from CK, and CK still is going to be able to hold on to that ultimate.
Yeah, both teams still choosing to run that pharmacy, although Tilt Valhalla maybe not executing it as well as 5 Dragoon is. Darkas being on the Zarya, one of the deciding factors of this team composition for both sides.
Alright, CK has the ult, Vertex D has an ult as well. They're going to be waiting for the push to go in. Guardian Angel is going to come out now. Rocket Barrage going to come in onto Creep, but Creep is able to jump out just in the nick of time there. Staying alive, but not for long though, as Soar is able to get a kill there. And now Cross Life is going to try to wrap around here as CK goes onto the chase there. But CK is taking quite a bit of damage there. Cross Life is able to get to the safety of the health pack while he's going to try to wrap around through the back here, trying to get a sneaky capture here. Going into overtime. They need to contest this, and yes, Cross Life able to get in, but no, at what cost? He gets taken out by Darkass, and it looks like overtime will be running out soon. But the rest of Tilt Valhalla is trying to get onto the point, but Lat ends that immediately by taking out Kriegs.
Yep, Tilt Valhalla not being able to make it back to the point, Lat not even needing to use the sound barrier to hold that for them. So 5 Dragoon taking this in a very convincing fashion. Both teams running the pharmacy, but 5 Dragoon to the greater effect. We both know Victor Lijiang is a very, very Pharah-centric map, especially except for the control center point, but we have not seen that come out so far. I mean, right now, both the stages that we've seen, Night Market and Gardens, are very Pharah-centric. And right now, we're seeing 5 Dragoon execute this pharmacy to near perfection.
I mean, Zosos is still going to hold on to Pharah, it seems like, so they know that this is going to be a very Pharah-centric one, and if Tilt Valhalla is going to be able to make full use of that Pharah for this round, they'll be able to take this into map number 3. But the control point will be unlocking in about 30 seconds, and both teams will be rushing to meet right in the middle here. So Zoso is going to take to the skies here, puts in a couple of early shots there, but the Winston is going to jump up right for the center there, being protected by the barrier. Make sure that he's going to be able to stay up front and center, so the shields are going to be popped immediately. Zoso's going to be staying on the skies there, actually trying to aim out onto Lat, who's on the Lucio, but Lucio is still a little bit too sneaky there, using the cover with good effect there, but it gets a little bit too close to Zoso's there, but Zoso's still not able to place a shot. Unfortunately, Lat is still alive there, finally gets ended by Kriegs, but still, they were able to delay this long enough for the control point to come out. It's only Lat being taken out, but he's been brought back into the fold there by Vertexity, while Cross Life is going to use a recall there. They need to try to rush onto the point. 5 Dragoon is going to try to stake their early claim there, but Lat is finally going to eat it, and Vertexity gets taken out as well. So 5 Dragoon could be in trouble right now with both supports down. Now Tilt Valhalla has a huge advantage here going into the fight. ZK will be taken out there. Zosos still in the skies right now, doing so much damage on the ground. They're forcing 5 Dragoon off the point, as the projectile barrier is going to be used there along with the Primal Rage to try to force them out. Sora still trying to hold on to dear life there onto the control point, but he's going to get taken out finally, and looks like Tilt Valhalla will be able to stay alive, but no, the revive is going to come in for Sora almost immediately, and now the sound barrier is going to come up for Tilt Valhalla to try to force 5 Dragoon off of this control point. Lat is going to get taken out, Sora is going to get taken out, and looks like that's the end of that push. Tilt Valhalla finally captures that control point.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much I agree with Sora using the Primal Rage to stall there. I guess in a sense you could say that it did force out the sound barrier from Jessie. So ultimate mitigation there from coming out from 5 Dragoon, making sure that Tilt Valhalla have less ultimates coming into this next fight here. Sora is looking like he's getting caught out here. He misses the jump.
Oh, that's really close there. A really close call for that Winston of Sora. Morikui Keru still has Guardian Angel, still waiting for the right moment to strike, and looks like an early blood has been spilled here. Zoso is taking out Vertexity. That's not going to be any revives here, while Flame Shot goes into Dragon Blade, tries to get some kills there, but Sora is going to get taken out by Cross Life on the point. But meanwhile, it looks like the rest of 5 Dragoon is falling apart with Lat, trying to desperately dart away from that Tracer there, but the projectile barrier is going to keep him alive, but it's a little bit longer, forcing Cross Life to use that recall to get back to the rest of his teammates there. So it looks like Tilt Valhalla is making really good use of that Guardian Angel, allowing themselves to keep 5 Dragoon at bay.
Yep, Valkyrie was expended there from the Mercy, so which means that 5 Dragoon is going to have 2 support ultimates up to Tilt Valhalla 0. So it's going to be interesting to see whether they're going to be able to take the point with a 2 support ultimate advantage here.
That was a really close call there for Dark, as Sound Barrier is going to be popped here from 5 Dragoon, but the Primal Rage is still active on the side of Tilt Valhalla, but nice!
Huge Graviton surge.
Huge play there coming out, 3 people getting taken out immediately by 5 Dragoon. This is going to open up opportunity for them to overrun that point. Crossfire still in the crossfire. He's going to try to go in and around there, trying to make sure that he's able to contest it, but unfortunately he's going to have to concede that as 5 Dragoon finally takes away that control point with only 72 percentage points on the board for Tilt Valhalla.
Yep, Tilt Valhalla going to come back into this fight. They have a substantial percentage advantage on the point right now. However, they have no ultimates to be able to fight this next, as Vertexity still has his Valkyrie, which he will pop right now.
There we go. Damage going to be boosted up here. They're going to have to try to stave away Tilt Valhalla as they come in there. They need to be able to hold this for another 30 seconds here. And looks like they're losing too many people. A tactical visor, double kill there, and a pulse bomb kill on the Dark Ass is going to end this. Soar, he'll using the primary range there, trying to force the Tracer all the way back, but Tilt Valhalla will be able to take control of the control point as Soar comes in a little bit too late there. He's going to get Kaxx surrounded and taken out.
Yeah, just as I say that, even with I believe a 3 ultimate disadvantage, Tilt Valhalla just having the better execution in that fight, being able to take down all the members of Fire Dragoon there, despite having his Rocket Barrage, CK was only able to get 1 person off that, and that definitely wasn't enough for the side of Fire Dragoon, as they will lose the point.
All right, Mori is going to go in to try to keep Zosos boosted up as they try to go in there to the retake under the point. Fire Dragoon has taken an early claim here, but they're going to have to face off a lot of crowd pressure here coming in from Tilt Valhalla. Mori Kakeru, safely enough, is able to stay behind the sound barrier there to stay alive, while Darkest is going to be on the chase there, but Zosos is going to take too much damage there from that Diva, and looks like he's going to be out for the count. Iqueen is going to use the primary ratio to try to force Darkest in the corner there. There's not much he can do. He's going to lose his mech, and a baby Diva is going to come out there right in front of that angry monkey, and it looks like he's going to be taken out, and Tilt Valhalla has successfully taken a control point with only 5 percentage points left here. I don't think there's going to be anyone from Fire Dragoon in place there to try to contest it, and it looks like this round is going to go to Tilt Valhalla.
Yep, interesting maneuver by Fire Dragoon there, going all the way around through the back of the point, making sure that Tilt Valhalla does not kill them on the way to the point. However, once they reached the point, they were unable to consolidate their position that they earned there, and Tilt Valhalla coming back, rotating back onto the point, was able to take out all the members of Fire Dragoon, and that was going to be the point for them. Nobody of Fire Dragoon was going to be able to make it back with 6% left on the point.
I think it was quite critical that Darkest was completely pushed into the corner there by the Primal Rage coming up from Ikriegs. I mean, that basically made sure that the Diva was not able to counteract any kind of aggression from Tilt Valhalla, and just basically opened up the opportunity for them to just basically clean house and clean up all the remaining defenders of Fire Dragoon there. So well played there to Tilt Valhalla. Now we're going to go into the control room map portion of this Lijiang Tower. So let's see how this is going to play out. So no Pharah is going to be used this time. It's going to be pure damage here coming in for Flame Shot with that Reaper. It's going to be countered very swiftly by this Diva of Zosos, who's swapped off to the off tank here. But it's going to be interesting to see. In that case, Flame Shot coming around the side here. He's still trying to find some kills there, but it looks like he's facing a lot of pressure there right inside that hallway. So it looks like he's going to have to back up a little bit, but still, Fire Dragoon is able to hold on to some measure of control here on the control point. They're going to try to capture it, but it looks like Tilt Valhalla will be in position to try to push it away, but now looks like DJ7 is going to get taken out there, but a couple well-placed shots from the Reaper, and Fire Dragoon is going to be able to hold on to the control point.
So interestingly enough, I believe that it seems as though their Pharah player, XOXOS, is also the off-tank player. It's very similar to a lot of teams like Renegades, who have their off-tank player as the Pharah player, switching back onto off-tank for maps like this where Pharah is not so effective.
Tilt Valhalla is still trying to find a way to break through. There's also going to sacrifice himself there, but the Death Blossom is going to come out. 2 kills coming out right off the bat, taking out a baby Diva, taking out Lucio, and now it's going to go in after that Mercy takes her out as well. Ikree is going to get cleaned up real soon after. Fire Dragoon, such an impressive play here right at the hallway.
Yep, and they have Graviton Surge to hold the next fight, Victor. So it's going to be interesting to see if Tilt Valhalla is going to be able to find another way around into this point without getting caught by that Graviton Surge.
I mean, Fire Dragoon is playing it really smart. They're just holding onto this choke point here, just trying to make sure that every kind of move that Tilt Valhalla makes is going to be banned immediately. And look at this Reaper just going in right behind those tanks. They're doing so much damage. They're forcing out that sound barrier, and now they're going to try to rush in, but they don't have a lot of ultimates to go. The Graviton Surge is going to suck in all those tanks there. There's so much damage going to be done here, but it looks like they're not going to be able to make any moves here whatsoever. Darkest with self-destruct is going to end the life of that support, and now Dreeks is going to be facing a lot of trouble here. He's going to use the Earth Shatter here to try to force her out of the way, but the sound barrier is going to come on in full effect here from Lot, and now Ikriegs is going to try to use a charge to get back into the fold there, but unfortunately he's going to be able to take out that Lucio of Lot. Now they're going to try to go in there. DJ7 on the back line there, going to be able to put in some shots onto Flame Shot. He's going to be down for the count. Vertexity is in his sights. He gets taken out as well. Ikriegs going to hammer swinging in the front lines there. He's going to use his shield, swinging it around, trying to stay alive on that point, allowing them to take the control point away from FDG with a single pulse bomb kill by Cross Life, taking out that Diva mech.
Yeah, so for Fire Dragoon, because they held so far forward, despite them losing the fight, they actually managed to get a lot of percentage points off that delay onto the point. So they're going to have to repush this. However, looks like the ultimate advantage has shifted back into the favor of Tilt Valhalla. Very well executed fight there. Very well restrained on the ultimate usage as well. As the Mercy is going to come under a little bit pressure here.
Alright, there's still a lot of options here for Tilt Valhalla. DJ7 is still going to hold on to the ultimate slams again, but Flame Shot is going to take a flashback to the face there. He's going to fall back there. CK is going to get taken up at Crosslight meanwhile, but the DJ7 does have the Deadeye, and the Earth Shadow is going to hold it in place there, but DJ7 is not going to use the Deadeye yet. He's going to wait for the revive to come in there from Dragoon. And now they're going to try to go onto this place here. Fire Dragoon, they're going to try to fight in place there, but no! Looks like that Gravitas Surge is going to hold it in place. Flame Shot coming in with the Death Blossom. Not going to catch it, but no! The self-destruct is going to end it right there and right then. DJ7 is out for the count. Kaxx is going to get healed up by the Valkyrie there, but she's working her ass off there to try to keep her teammates alive for as long as possible. Kaxx is able to get a kill on the Flame Shot. Crosslife is going to try to hold it in place there, but it looks like Darkass is going to lose her life there and right then. Kaxx is going to be swinging the hammer around trying to make sure he gets it, and yes, he does get a kill there onto the TK. And it looks like overtime is going to be in full effect while Tilt Valhalla finally catches that control point away from the grasp of Fire Dragoon.
Yeah, so although Tilt Valhalla had the position, Fire Dragoon was able to get the point, and because of that, they were able to bring the percentage points to 99%. So one push, one decisive fight is going to do it for Fire Dragoon. A little bit of a blunder by Tilt Valhalla, letting them get the point in the first place.
Okay, it's going to break it down here. Tilt Valhalla, they're going to hold it together as Kaxx going in with a charge. He's going to swing around with a hammer there, but not a lot of damage has been done. Darkass ends Kaxx's life there. So now Fire Dragoon, they're going to have an opportunity here. They need to take out the off tag of Zosos to try to keep things in play here. He's going to lose his Magnos. This is going to be an opportunity for Fire Dragoon to try to overrun the position. All they need to do is just push them off of that point. And it looks like Jessie, the only person left there, he's going to be booped around there by Darkass, while Crosslight in the back line there is trying to hold it in place. Earth Shadow is going to come out, not going to connect, unfortunately, as Kaxx gets taken out from the back line by CK, and with Crosslight, the only person left from Tilt Valhalla on the point, he's going to lose his life there, and it looks like the control point will be taken by Fire Dragoon. There's no more time left. They have to rush under the point, but then Flame Shot in the front line is going to force them all the way back. Global time runs out, and it looks like map one is going to go to the Malaysian team of Fire Dragoon.
Yeah, well done to Fire Dragoon there. Well played fights. It's a little bit interesting to me to see Tilt Valhalla so free on the point there, not trying to contest it as much as perhaps they should. As the player of the game coming in here for Flame Shots.
You know what this is. You know what time it is. It's Death Blossom time. 2 kills right off the bat, and Flame Shot runs it off as well with a kill there on the Mercy as he flies towards Kaxx. So that's a very strong first map here coming out from Fire Dragoon, but Tilt Valhalla was still able to bring it back at least in the second round there. So still credit where it's due, but now that Tilt Valhalla has lost that round, they're going to be able to choose the second map here. So let's go ahead and wait to see what the response will be. So that's a really good round there. What do you think about the matchup so far, Sogeking?
The matchup so far, it has been pretty close, I would say. I think Tilt Valhalla, they definitely have the prowess to be able to take this match. However, I believe what they need to be doing is contesting the point a little bit more, a little bit cleaner on the execution. Fire Dragoon, of course, well practiced, and they've been screaming their asses off for this exact tournament. So from what we've been seeing here, Fire Dragoon definitely practice paying off for them. As second map pick here is going to be Watchpoint Gibraltar for Tilt Valhalla.
All right, this is going to be exciting. So Watchpoint Gibraltar is an escort map, meaning there's a single payload. They have an escort from point A to point B with checkpoints in between. And the team that's able to push the payload the furthest or gain the most points will be able to take the round, but there's still the potential to go into overtime. So this is going to be an interesting choice here from Tilt Valhalla coming off of that loss on Lijiang Tower. Because, again, they probably are maybe feeling that Watchpoint Gibraltar will be the kind of map they'll be able to hold a foothold onto and maybe try to bring this back. Meanwhile, we're just going to have to sit tight and wait as we're going to be going into map number 2 pretty soon. So here we go.
Into map number 2 we go. I'm interested to see if Tilt Valhalla picked this map because of XOXO's prowess on that Pharah. I'm wondering if we're going to see the triple DPS with the Pharah come out here. Because it is a very good map for the Pharah, having a lot of high ground, as we're going to see perhaps a pharmacy come out from either or both sides here. The interesting thing is that the meta these days, especially with now the Korean tournament starting to play on the newer patch, we get to see what the pros think are the best compositions for this type of maps. And in a lot of the Korean tournaments right now, what we're seeing is that the support combo of Mercy Zen is being run a lot. To my surprise, I thought it was going to be Lucio, but I think the rationale behind it is that targets with the Discord and the additional damage from Zen die so fast that it completely mitigates the additional mobility that you get from a Lucio.
mean, I remember a time when Overwatch considered such a mobility-heavy game that a Lucio must be a must-pick, but then now with the current patch, especially with Valkyrie being so strong, I can definitely see why they decided to just push that out in favor of what is currently the go-to kind of OP meta style. So that's going to be interesting to see, especially going into an escort map. So basically, like in this kind of stage, I would think that mobility may not be as huge a deal, at least for the defender side, or at least the people who are pushing the payload. But in any case, like having the revive ready from the Guardian Angel, from Mercy, will definitely play a huge factor as when the fight breaks out. So anyway, 10 more seconds before those gates open up, and they'll see how this is going to play out. So it looks like Fire Dragoon, they're going to be pushing first on the red side.
Ooh, let's see if Darka sticks on this hero here. His trademark, despite being a tank player, also likes to bring out the Widowmaker every now and then. So let's see if he's going to be able to get a pick onto here. As XOXO is not on that Pharah, is going to stay on that D.Va.
So Flame Shot is going to go on the Genji there. Cross Life is going to try to run some interference on the front line there. Darkass is going to use that Widowmaker to try to get some shots. If you can go ahead and have a look inside the Widowmaker's perspective there. Cross Life is still wrapping around here. Darkass not going to be able to find anyone, unfortunately, as the rest of Tilt Valhalla has already fallen back to the backline there, just allowing them to concede that point. But Jessie is going to be in the sights there for the Widowmaker. Not going to be taken out that quickly though, as DJ7 is going to be on the other side of the map there. Darkass is still running interference here, just going to stay on that point, but not for long until Winston jumps in there to keep that Widowmaker at bay.
I believe he's going to go back to spawn and switch back to the tank. Not being able to get the initial pick out definitely is going to be the call for Fire Dragoon to switch back onto the tank here. And that is going to be the case as he comes back out on the D.Va.
Alright, Soar using that Zarya. Going to try to go on the front lines here. He definitely needs to soak up as much damage as he can in order to charge up his gun. Crosslife, unfortunately, gets caught in a really awkward corner there. So it's going to be soaking quite a bit of damage, but no problem whatsoever. The Mercy will be able to bring her back to full speed. Now Soar still on the front lines here. Still trying to go stay on this high ground.
Ooh, nice pick from Lad, getting a pick.
Alright, Lad is able to get a kill there onto Tracer, so Soar is still going to stay on the payload, waiting for it to get past the bridge here before trying to make his move. But doesn't quite have the ultimates on their side yet. The Rocket Barrage is ready, but unfortunately the Graviton Surge is not. They still need to try to charge out as much as they can, but 52% there is going to be keeping up, but unfortunately the Valkyrie is going to be unleashed. But Flame Shot, meanwhile, in the backline, is able to take out Lucio, so that's going to open an opportunity here for Fire Dragoon to try to push in. The Rocket Barrage is going to be unleashed there, taking out the tank, and now Flame Shot in the front lines there is going to try putting some damage on. And Zozo is going to be taken out of her mech, and now DJ7 is going to be forced to pop his technical advisor in order to force CK into a defensive position. Vertexity, meanwhile, coming up there, gains some confidence there, and looks like Fire Dragoon is able to take control point. I like how basically Vertexity put himself in the line of fire there, allowing his D.Va to just basically mop up and take out that Soldier 76.
Yep, definitely. So now the Mercy of Tilt Valhalla is going to get staggered here, so they're going to delay this hold a little bit longer. As without their main support, I'm not sure how strong their hold is going to be without that additional sustain.
That's right. I mean, they don't quite have a lot of ultimates on their side at all, and Fire Dragoon just has all the utility in the world now. And with D.Va basically holding onto the top of that spaceship, there's not a lot of space can run in, and looks like they're going to be caught inside, completely inside there. Soundbarrier is not going to save it that time. 3 kills there with the self-destruct. Darkass on fire. DJ7 is going to try to wrap around there using the biotic field to try to stay alive for a little bit longer, where CK is going to try to put in the shots there, force DJ out of the way, but then still he's not able to find the kills there. He's going to be taking too much damage. He's going to have to back off there, but still well played there to Fire Dragoon. They're going to be able to push this payload to the next checkpoint, no problem whatsoever.
Nope, Contest coming in with the Primal Rage from iCreeks.
Spoke too soon there, so it looks like Tilt Valhalla is going to try to contest as long as they can. The biotic field is going to keep Zosos alive long enough to force Kim off the top of spaceship there from CK. Now he's going to go in onto the ground here, tries to aim in after the supports of Vertexity and Lot. Vertexity is going to be in the focus here, but then unfortunately it looks like he's going to be losing his mech there. And now Zenyatta going in there is going to try to keep things in place here, as Lot is going to be able to help push that payload to the next checkpoint.
Oh, and the early spawn, unfortunately they're coming out from the side of Tilt Valhalla, means that they're all going to get staggered here. 2 members down already, means the defense is going to be pushed all the way back into their second spawn.
That could not have gotten any worse there for Tilt Valhalla, losing 2 members very early on when the payload is already on its way to its final stretch. That's going to be really huge. Cross Life does have the pulse bomb, waiting for the right moment to stay. He's going to go in there. He actually takes out Live with a single pulse bomb. That's a huge play coming out here from the Tracer. And now it looks like Fire Dragoon will have to wait for him to come out from spawn for the reset, because without the Discord Orb, they're not going to be able to take out any of the off tanks of Tilt Valhalla here. So in any case, CK is going to hang on to the corner here, and we'll just wait for Fire Dragoon to get ready for the reset.
Yeah, Fire Dragoon choosing either not having or choosing not to use the resurrection there on Lat as he went down.
Oh, Rocket Barrage coming in there, taking out Kaxx, but unfortunately, no, self-destruct. 4 people getting taken out. Now Fire Dragoon is going to try to bring it back into full gear. River Texty coming in with 2 revives at the same time, but Sor is going to get taken out. Zoso still in the front line there. Looks like Fire Dragoon, they kind of wasted that opportunity there. So it looks like they're going to have to fall back there for the reset. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left for them to make that final push. And looks like they're going to be completely stalled here for a while.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure why the call was made to use the Valkyrie there, especially since 4 members of Fire Dragoon had already fallen to the Diva mech.
I don't know, I guess there's a little bit of misplay going on there, but in any case, the Dragon Blade is going to come out here from play shot. He's going to be able to take out the Mercy. He's going to aim in, trying to take Green, keep out of the man, but unfortunately the Dragon Blade runs out, but still the damage has been done. Zosos is going to lose his man. Now DJ7 is going to try to hide behind the spawn point here to try to stave away those shurikens from Flame Shot. ZK meanwhile has been taken out there, so DJ7 has done his job, but still Flame Shot is causing a lot of trouble there in the front lines there. Fortunately enough, he's going to have to fall back for now, as now the payload is going to be swiftly on its way to the last point. Till Valhalla, they're going to pop out that solid barrier and try to hold it as far as last level. CK solo gets bursted down there by DJ7. The Soldier 76 still holding onto the front lines here, trying to force Dragoon all the way back. Morgan Keru and it's going to bring Jessie back into the fold here. Flame Shot still going to be using a projected barrier as an opportunity to try to get out there, but DJ7 in the back line that's doing so much damage, so much work, forcing the entire line of Fire Dragoon all the way back. Sword going to be taken out with a single jump there by Kaxx.
Yeah, definitely very good push coming out there from the side of Till Valhalla, making sure that Fire Dragoon was not able to go all the way into that fight.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah, okay.
I thought you fell over there. In any case, Kaxx is going to be on that Winston, just holding on to the side here, waiting for the move to come out from Fire Dragoon. They do have quite a bit of utilities on their side, especially for both supports of Fire Dragoon.
Two support outs coming into this next fight.
And Cross Life has already used his pulse bomb, so it's not going to be an opportunity to shut that down. Guardian 8, the Valkyrie is going to be in full effect here for Protexity, as Fire Dragoon is going to try to jump in onto the point. Self-destruct is going to come out there. The bridge is going to keep them alive for a little bit longer. Now it looks like it's going to be wasted. Sword is going to come in there. Self-destruct is going to come in the back line. Gas with 3 kills there, taking out Jessie, Cross Life, and Ice Kaxx. This could be the opportunity here for Fire Dragoon to make that last push. Now Lat is going to be on the payload there. Looks like Fire Dragoon has successfully pushed Till Valhalla off the point there. Morgan is going to try to bring Sosos back into the fold there. He's going to get inside his mech just in nickel time there to try to stave off this payload attack. Tactical Visor is going to come up with DJ7. He's going to be able to take out Lat. He's going to be able to take out Protexity. That's both supports down for Fire Dragoon. And now Darkass, he's going to be popped on his mech. He's going to be facing a really angry monkey in front, but he's nowhere near the point. Cross Life with a string of pistol butt is going to be able to take out with only 1 minute left to spare here in Fire Dragoon. They made a lot of progress, but the payload still hasn't reached that point.
Yeah, Till Valhalla coming alive in this last section here, making sure that Fire Dragoon definitely is not even coming close to catching this point here with having no ultimates into the next push. So coming a little bit close to his Graviton Surge, but does not definitely won't have it at the start of this push. Maybe halfway through as Flame Shots here pressuring DJ7.
He's going to be surrounded here. Biotech Field is going to keep that Soul Sensing alive, but Darkass meanwhile is coming in the back line there, not going to be able to burst them down. But it looks like this core is going to be on them. CK going to be going in with the Reaper. Ooh, he's going to be able to take out Zosos that time, but Kaxx is going to be held in place there by the Graviton Surge, but just in time, he's going to pop out that Primal Rage. He's going to get up in the air there, trying to force Fire Dragoon all the way back. Till Valhalla is not quite out of the woods yet. The Valkyrie is going to be in full effect here for Morgan Teru. The Self-Destruct is going to come up, forcing them out of the way. Jessie is going to get taken out instead, and it looks like Zosos is going to stay up in front and center, to keep this payload contested for as long as he can. Motigeru is still going to be able to stay like this, but no, his Valkyrie has run out, and now the time is going to run out here for Till Valhalla, and it looks like Fire Dragoon will be able to push it all the way in round number 1.
Yeah, Fire Dragoon is going to get a point there off the back of a very good Graviton Surge coming out from Saw, catching a few members of Tilt Valhalla there. CK as well, switching off the Pharah onto the Reaper, definitely a very good call there. Identifying that the off-tank and the tank of Tilt Valhalla was doing a very good job of stalling that push there. Going onto the Reaper means that ripping through these tanks very fast. Means that they're going to rip through those tanks very fast and be able to push the payload much further than they would be able to otherwise.
I mean, that's literally all they need to do is just basically keep that Discord orb onto whatever target they want and just focus fire on him, and especially when you got Mercy bringing in that damage boost, that's going to be pretty much anyone can be melted down immediately with a combination coming in. So still a really good call there by Fire Dragoon, but still I think that last push there was a little bit sketchy, especially the misplay there by the Mercy at the last moment using the Valkyrie and the revive, even though they basically lost 4 men to a single self-destruct kill. But in any case, let's see if they're going to be able to pick it up and then hopefully stave off this assault here. So the thing is, Tilt Valhalla, they're going to be pushing that payload now, and they have to push this payload all the way to the end in order to bring this into overtime. Otherwise, Fire Dragoon will be able to take this round away from them and proceed to the next round.
Yeah,
so
this was actually so important from Fire Dragoon being able to close out the map just now, Victor. Without being able to close out the map, definitely, even if Tilt Valhalla, all they have to do is reach as far as it was as Fire Dragoon had pushed, and they would have won. However, now, even if Tilt Valhalla finishes the map, we will have another round where Fire Dragoon will be able to prove themselves even further. Now, what I'm seeing here, Victor, is that what I called earlier is that the pharmacy might be coming out from XOXO, and we're going to have to see if they decide to stick with it here, as Gibraltar first point is very open, definitely playable for the pharmacy, so it's going to be interesting to see if they stick on it here.
I mean, they really have to make it pay off there. But then Sor is going to be using that Sogeking 76, so definitely he's well prepared to try to beat this threat. Sosos is going to come around the corner there. Not going to be a nasty surprise whatsoever, as he's going to be seeing the rest of Fire Dragoon all perched up on the top. DJ7, meanwhile, using the Widowmaker, is going to try to find a good position here to try to get some kills from the back line. In that case, he's going to try to wrap around here, trying to find any support kills at all, but anything at all they can betray here to the Widowmaker. But unfortunately, there's nothing coming his way, and unfortunately, he's going to be forced off his perch there by Flame Shot. In that case, Flame Shot is going to be focused attention, but he's going to be able to back up away. He basically done his job there. In that case, Sosos is going to be up front and center here. Flame Shot is going to use his deflect to try to meet the threat head on here. But Sosos is not going to be abated at all. He's going to join the rest of his teammates as he continues to push that payload all the way past the bridge. DJ7, meanwhile, in the back line, he's going to try to find some more kills there. Ooh, nice shot there onto the Winston. Not going to take him out, though. He's not going to need to do that a little bit more. But Lat on the front there could be a huge opportunity. Vertex gets taken out instead. And now it looks like the Zenyatta is going to have to hide inside the control room. But meanwhile, Darkass and Sor, they're able to get some kills there in the front line. So that's going to be the push ending here for Tilt Valhalla, despite getting that crucial kill there onto Vertexity.
Yeah, one of the big things that we didn't note earlier is that Fire Dragoon had decided to completely forgo the off-tank with Sor on the soldier right now. I think it was a good call by them, thinking that the pharmacy would indeed be run by Tilt Valhalla there, and having the soldier from Sor, especially with such long sidelines, is able to shut down the pharmacy very effectively, making sure they have no space whatsoever to maneuver.
I mean, Fire Dragoon just making themselves really scarce. They know that the Widowmaker is still in the back line there and can potentially pose a threat there. Sor, meanwhile, is going to take the high ground here, just focusing down that barrel, but now the Winston is going to come up front and center, but Icrease gets taken out thanks to the Discord Orb. So Sor does have the opportunity, but he needs to heal up pretty quickly. They're very low there. He's going to be able to get healed up immediately by Vertex. That was a really close call for that 76. Meanwhile, it looks like CK has been taken out in the front lines there by the Widowmaker. Cross Life still going to be running interference in the back there. He's going to be able to take out Lot, forcing the revive to come up from Vertexity, but Vertexity is going to be aimed down here by the Tracer. He's a little bit more, he's taking the shot, but unfortunately Lot is going to shut that down with a single swift kick to the nads. In a case of Fire Dragoon, they're going to be able to hold steady here at this first checkpoint. Tilt Valhalla still has about 1 minute and 44 seconds to make the push, and they don't actually have a lot of ultimates. I'm surprised about that. I think they
definitely. Yeah, they burnt a lot of ultimates into that push. The Mercy actually expending the Valkyrie there before the call was made to back out.
Whoa, that's actually a really bad position here for Tilt Valhalla, because Fire Dragoon, they have a full kit available for them here. So that's going to be a huge mountain to climb here for Tilt Valhalla. They want to be able to push that payload to checkpoint number 1.
And one thing I want to note is Fire Dragoon's stellar positioning there, making sure that the Widow has 0 sightlines onto them.
Oh, Sor popping that tackle visor. He's going to get 2 kills right off the bat. That's going to be a Winston kill. He's going to try to get it onto Jessie. A little nice rocket kill is going to take out that Lucio. And now Sor is going to stay on that payload there, preventing anyone from Tilt Valhalla even showing their face there. So that's a really good ultimate being popped here, but there's still 1 more minute left. Fire Dragoon needs to be able to hold onto this ultimate for as long as they can and wait for that final push to come in from Tilt Valhalla. But Tilt Valhalla, they're slowly but surely going to be charging up their ultimates. Flame Shot is going to have to fall back a little bit, but it looks like he's going to try to do a little bit of something here. Maybe he might be thinking of wrapping around behind. In the case, DJ has finally swapped up to the McCree there. And CK is going to try to meet that threat head on, just using that Tracer there to run interference onto that Mercy. The Valkyrie is going to be unleashed here from Vertex. He's going to be able to bring Flame Shot back into the fold. Now Vlad is going to use the Discord or onto Zosos. Moikikero is going to get taken out there. Flame Shot is going to use that opportunity to go into the Dragon Blade, but he's going to be flashback there by DJ. It's going to be a shutdown there onto that Genji. And now CK is going to be running interference on the front lines there, takes out Icrease, and looks like that could be the end of the push here for Tilt Valhalla. 12 seconds left here for them to try to make the final stake of the claim on that payload, but there's no one inside there. It looks like that on the top there. It looks like maybe the Zarya, was it? I think the Zarya is going to be on the point there, but Moikikero is going to be focused down here with CK. The pulse bomb is ready, but he doesn't even need it
what a
at
play
all.
from CK.
The Mercy is going to get taken out there. Flashback going to end him there, but the overtime is going to be in full effect. Now Deadeye is going to come out. I don't know, he's going to be a catching one. He's going to
Oh, he gets Protexity and
What the heck
Lad.
is that? Lad and Protexity taken out with a single Deadeye. That's going to be huge play here from Tilt Valhalla, but they need to be able to push the rest of the tanks off the point. Soar, he's going to use a tactical visor. He's going to wear it
It's
out.
not going to be enough. He's going to fall down
He's
here.
not going to be able to do it. He's going to be taken out. DJ7 is going to try to use the flashbang there onto Flame Shot, but Flame Shot is a little bit too sneaky there. It's not going to be able to allow him that kill really easily. So as a payload, it's going to reach that point there, but no, it's still being contested. It's still in overtime. Vertex is going to get taken out. Flame Shot is still going to be contesting the payload for as long as he can. Darkest is going to get a flashbang there. DJ7 on fire right now. He's going to be able to get that kill there onto Darkest and allow the payload to reach the point just in the nick of time.
DJ7 completely popping off there, first getting a pick onto CK, dead-eyeing both the supports down. Definitely MVP of the fight there, saving it completely for Tilt Valhalla, and because of that, Tilt Valhalla live to fight another day, as now they're going to push the payload towards the second point there, so Dragoon have to try and regroup. Lat is going to stay onto that.
Oh,
Pulse bomb
what
still
the heck?
hits.
What the heck was that? CK unfortunately misses that pulse bomb, but still DJ7 was able to get a flashbang, but gets killed by the pulse bomb anyway. That's a huge fight going on there in control room. Now Lat is going to be taking the high ground here, just using the Discord orb, but unfortunately CK is going to be able to take out DJ7 in the back line. Jessie on that Lucio is going to try to keep his teammates in line here as they wait for the next push out, as Fire Dragoon still has control over that checkpoint there in the rocket room.
Yeah, and we have to note that Fire Dragoon expended all their ultimates trying to hold the previous point. So they come into this fight with a very big ultimate disadvantage, but they're building up very quickly.
Alright, Icrease is taking quite a bit of damage there, but he's going to use a Tesla Cannon to try to force the same shot out of the way there. He's going to be able to take out the Genji, pop the Primal Rage, go in there and try to mess up Fire Dragoon's entire formation. 5 more seconds before the Primal Rage runs out. He's going to try to aim out for Lat, but he's going to be taking onto the high ground here. He's going to be forced to use his Tesla Cannon here, not to be able to do enough damage, but he's going to be able to take it that time. Lat's going to get taken out. Protexity as well. 2 supports down for Fire Dragoon and a Dead-Eye for good measure, but it's still not going to be enough there for Darkaz. But he's going to try to use that Primal Rage and hold it for as long as possible. Tilt Valhalla, they have a lot of momentum. They have a lot of people on the payload. It looks like it's going to be able to make it to the checkpoint, no problem whatsoever. Darkaz finally gets taken out at the tail end of this fight.
If Darkaz getting staggered, that means that Fire Dragoon are going to be one man down into this fight. Vertexity having to use the resurrection there.
Oh, here comes again GG Dragon Blade. He's going to try to make some kills. No,
Shut
DJ
down by
shut down.
DJ7 again.
Shut down yet again by DJ7. Well played there to the McCree of Tilt Valhalla. As Fire Dragoon, they're desperate to try to make this stand here. Tilt Valhalla is going to unleash the Valkyrie here. Vertex D is still going to be in the front lines here. Still trying to keep the hope alive here for Fire Dragoon as a payload is going to be making its way towards checkpoint number 2. Still being contested with 0 meters left. Deadeye is going to come out. He's going to try to aim for as much as he can, but it's going to be forced in very awkward position there. Sora is going to get taken out. DJ7 thinking out of his mind right now. Is going to try to push him for as long as he can. It looks like Fire Dragoon is going to fall apart there at the seams. CK somehow still managed to stay alive just a little bit longer, but it's not going to be long enough as there's still 1 minute and 30 seconds left with the payload.
And now it's Fire Dragoon's turn to get staggered here as Vertexity is going to go down. Darkaz caught in the back lines, able to take down the Mercy of Tilt Valhalla before falling himself. Sora will drop off the map to get the backward spawn there, as he does not want to get staggered either.
I think Darkaz jumped in just towards the end of that fight, and that's actually a really costly mistake there, because being staggered as a Winston means you lose one very important source of tanking for your team, and now you're just basically going to concede that entire elbow bend here for Tilt Valhalla.
Yep, as they come forward here, they're going to be in position to defend it right now.
Alright, DJ7 holding on the back line there, doing so much damage actually from even a distance there on the McCree. In that case, Zosos is going to go up front and center here, try to force that Winston off the point. Cross life, meanwhile, is running interference in the back line there, trying to find some kills here. Oh, CK with 2 pulse bomb kills. He's going to be able to open it up here for Dragoon, try to overrun Tilt Valhalla, forcing them all the way back to the spawn room. Moikikero is going to get taken out. Now Diva is going to have to turn tail and run back to the safety of the rest of her teammates.
Yep, CK this time coming in huge with the double pulse bomb there. Only 20 seconds for Tilt Valhalla to go the full distance of this map, and even then they wouldn't have even won yet, as they would have to go for another round. But 15 seconds left on the clock as they try and push in here.
There is a single self-destruct. There is a Dead-Eye ready here for Tilt Valhalla. Will they be able to make the full use of it? CK is going to run interference here. Self-destruct is going to connect there onto Lat. He's going to be out for the count there, but Vertexity is still going to be alive. Dead-Eye is going to be popped here, forcing him in the back line, but still Flame Shot is going to get taken taken out there. DJ7 going to be able to use a flashbang down the Darkest, but unfortunately is going to force out the revive there thanks to being taken out. Meanwhile, Lut is going to be right in front of the gun there, not the right position to be in. He's going to get taken out. Sor is going to be in the sights of DJ7, but CK finally going to try to run into risk. 2 flashbangs there, but not going to be able to keep DJ7 alive. Pulse Bomb is ready here, but CK, he's going to try to run, make a break for that health pack. Gonna try to aim at the DJ7. Will you be able to get a kill there with just 1 Pulse Bomb kick? But he didn't even need it.
Will get the pick there.
But DJ7, his death will be very swiftly avenged there, unfortunately. And still Valhalla is going to be on the payload there. They're going to try to force all the rest of Dragoon back. Flame Shot and Darkest. Oh, Darkest going to get taken out there. And it looks like this Graviton Surge is going to hold Tilt Valhalla in place. But unfortunately, without any fall up there with the Sound Barrier, it's going to be very hard for them to take out Tilt Valhalla. They still have a chance going into this fight. The payload just nearing that last final checkpoint there. But Tilt Valhalla, they still have a lot of people on the point. Self-Destruct is going to be used there to get it out. And it looks like that's going to be the play that enables them to push this all the way. Round 2 is completed, going the whole 9 yards.
Tilt Valhalla showing exactly why they picked this map, knowing exactly what to do on every single point. Their last point hold against Dragoon was completely stellar, and they've been consistent throughout their entire attack. Tilt Valhalla showing exactly why they picked this map and showing why they reached this round of 16. The consistency that this team is showing right now against one of the best teams in this tournament, Dragoon, definitely showing the standards of Tilt Valhalla as a team there.
That was really, really crucial coming out from Tilt Valhalla. So now we're going to be going into overtime here. And what this basically means is that we're basically going to repeat this entire round again. But in the term of the actual change is that there's going to be less time for them to actually make that push. And there's not going to be any extra time added even if they reach checkpoints. So in essence, both teams has about 1 minute each to be able to make that push. And it's going to be a competition to see who is able to push that payload the furthest. In case 20 more seconds to go, Sogeking, what are your thoughts? What do you think? Who do you think has the advantage going into this?
I think they should keep DJ7 on that McCree there. His Widow did not do as much as they were expecting it to, and I believe that's where they made the most time losses there on that first point where DJ7 was playing that Widow. Had he been playing that McCree earlier, it is entirely likely that Tilt Valhalla would have been able to push that point much quicker than they did and have a much more substantial time bank going into this. So they are going to keep him on that McCree. It's going to be Sor is going to be on the Diva as they're going to be running a triple tank here on this defense.
All right, Jessie using the Lucio is going to hold onto the bridge here, allowing Cross Life to try to get onto the crossfire. But it looks like the defense is going to be on the ground here. Darkest using the Reinhardt in the front there, but looks like the Diva of Sor is going to get taken out there. A flashbang going to hold onto the baby Diva there, forcing her out of the way. But looks like it's going to be a little bit of a messy defense here as Dragoon is going to be able to overrun that McCree. Meanwhile, Jessie is going to be facing the wrong end of a Tesla cannon here as Cross Life tries to run interference there onto the off tank of Flame Shot. Oh, Pulse Bomb is going to connect down the Darkest, and looks like there's going to be 2 tanks getting taken out there on the side of Dragoon. Sor is going to try to go onto the high ground here, try to hold it in place for as long as possible, but it looks like Tilt Valhalla has this in the bag.
Yeah, I'm not quite agreeing with this triple tank lineup coming out from the side of Dragoon here because as we saw, they jumped down and they got a few initial picks on that fight. However, after that, they weren't able to get much else as with no disengage because of the triple tank low mobility tanks. They actually couldn't do much.
All right, here we go. Dragoon is going to try to make their last stand here. Overtime is going to be in effect, so all they need to do is just push Tilt Valhalla off the point. Then Lat is going to be able to push his shoe right into that Tracer and take her out for the fight. Now he's going to try to use the Discord Aura for as long as possible, and now he's going to break into Tranquility here, forcing out that Sound Barrier. The payload is going to be making its way towards that first checkpoint there. It's still going to be overtime in effect here. Tilt Valhalla, they just need to stay on the payload there. Any push off from them, it's going to be the end of the round for them. Self-Destruct is going to come up, and now a shadow in the front line there by Darkest is going to force him all the way. Kree's going to be pushed all the way to the back of the wall. He's going to be out for the count. And now the Doomfist is going to be coming out full force here by Tilt Valhalla, but it looks like the Reinhardt will be taken out with Zosos meanwhile in the back line. I think it looks like they're going to try to do their best here to stabilize the Doomfist. Unfortunately, it's going to meet the wrong end of the Tracer barrel, and he's going to try to use a punch there, but no, it looks like they're not able to stay on the payload long enough there. I think there was enough people to stay on the payload at that point, but that was really such a crucial mistake there by Tilt Valhalla, allowing themselves to be booped off.
Okay, I think I understand what Dragoon was trying to do there. Using a triple tank lineup, they just stood on the payload as it came around. The first elbow went for as long as they could, running down the timer for as long as they can, switching. And then as they come back, because they held so far forward, they had enough time to come back around and they were able to get a second defense off on the first point, which normally you don't get if you're holding very far back. And all they needed was one decisive fight, which in the end, it wasn't exactly decisive, but they were able to hold on just long enough that Tilt Valhalla was completely forced off. And over time, Victor, as we would know, once you get off, that payload runs down very quickly, and Tilt Valhalla was not able to get back on the payload and stay on it for as long as the overtime timer was still on there.
Oh, that's a little bit unfortunate here for Tilt Valhalla, but it looks like the strategy really paid off here from Fire Dragoon. At least at first, it didn't seem like triple tank was a good idea, but given that they were able to hold on to that payload just all the way towards the end, allowing for defenders to come back in, I think that was still, I think that really paid off for them in the end. In any case, now they're going to be switching sides here with Tilt Valhalla taking the defensive position here on the top. And Fire Dragoon will be making their push. All they need to do is to push that payload to
No way they're
past
staying on this. No way they're staying on this.
Maybe they are.
They are.
Maybe they are.
They are staying on this. Okay.
Okay, so this is going to be a really cheesy play coming out from Fire Dragoon. Orisa and Bastion coming out here on the payload. They're just going to use the shield from Orisa to try to keep him alive just long enough to push it all the way to the end. This is really cheesy play coming from Fire Dragoon, but it's also quite risky because if the Bastion goes down, that's going to be one massive source of damage just completely lost out in the fight. But CK meanwhile is going to run interference there, but unfortunately Junkrat is going to get the better of that fight. And now the Orisa is going to be caught out there. He's going to get taken out as well. Fun shot, he's going to be staying on the payload, but he's going to be forced off at that point. Now they're going to have to fall back here. I don't think it's going to play out at all for Fire Dragoon. That was a really risky play, and I think they're going to pay for it there. It looks like Cross Life is going to be using a Junkrat to good effect here, just forcing it on the point, just putting a lot of bombs into place there. He's going to try to jump into the middle of the mix there and force Fire Dragoon all the way back. There's only 17 seconds left. Fire Dragoon needs to be able to stake a claim with that payload. They want to be able to push it all the way to the end. But now Cross Life with that Junkrat is just running so much interference there, forcing them all the way back. CK getting hit up yet again. Oh my goodness, this Junkrat is on fire. He has a Riptide ready. He's going to wait for Fire Dragoon to make that last push there. A few more seconds to go. Bastion going to be setting up in the corner here, try to do some damage there. They need to try to jump on the payload, but Soxos from the back line there takes out the Bastion, and now Creek swinging the hammer there is going to be able to pop up and clean up onto the Fire Dragoon squad. Now Lat is going to try to run around there. Bastion going to be up in the front and center there, but he's going to get taken out there. Tilt Valhalla, they have done it. They have held on to that point, and it looks like they'll be taking map number 2.
And a very close match we're seeing here, Victor. 1-1 right now. Tilt Valhalla being able to take their map choice of Gibraltar, going to force a match number 3 here.
And Zozo's gaining player of the game there as Diva. No doubt it's going to be this self-destruct play here just in the closing moments of the fight. They're taking out 4 people in one single press of the Q. Well played
and
here.
A little bit of a mistake coming out from Vertexity there, choosing to use the double resurrection in that fight.
All right, we'll be waiting for the teams to decide on what map they're going to be playing for map number 3. But in the meantime, I mean, we just really got to talk about how Tilt Valhalla just basically brought that back. I mean, and I think another really crucial mistake, especially on the side of Fire Dragoon, was just running that Bastion Orisa on the payload map. Like,
yeah, strategy like that is actually very interesting because once you get it to work for a short while, it probably would have carried them through. But the problem is that Cross Life was playing the Junkrat, and when you run a Bastion strat, what you want to be doing is consolidating your position on the payload around the Bastion, where the Bastion is going to be setting up there. And that's exactly what happened there as they consolidated their position around the Bastion. Cross Life on the Junkrat was able to get so much damage onto the side of Fire Dragoon there, as they were all just grouped up waiting for grenades to rain from above and destroy them.
Yeah, I mean, that was really, I was thinking, what was Fire Dragoon's game to lose there at that point, and I think running that Bastion Orisa, it was a really risky play, and like if you're not really well-prepared team, that can actually catch you off guard, but Tilt Valhalla, they held on to their nerves there, and just basically knew exactly what to be done, and just having the Junkrat there, especially like the 2 kills that he did on CK, that was really clutch there, because CK could have potentially caused a lot of trouble to the lineup of Tilt Valhalla.
Yeah, Tracer being so squishy, being able to be taken down by a Junkrat with just one click of the grenade. So the funny thing is that it's not like Fire Dragoon threw it, because what Tilt Valhalla had to do is they had a similar time banks, and because they had similar time banks, Fire Dragoon, I believe what they thought there is that they had to take a risk. And the risk did not pay off, however. I do understand what they were trying to go for there. As 1 minute to 1 minute 7 seconds, the difference there, 7 seconds in Overwatch, is very, very negligible. And with the extra 7 seconds that they had up, perhaps they thought, all right, our time banks are sort of similar, so we need to take a risk to be able to deal with Tilt Valhalla there. However, Tilt Valhalla taking a risk of their own running that Junkrat because if Fire Dragoon choose to run a high mobility lineup there with perhaps a D.Va and a D.Va Genji with Tracer, perhaps the Junkrat would have been overwhelmed by the high mobility of Fire Dragoon, which just didn't happen there because Fire Dragoon chose the complete opposite, a very low mobility, consolidate your power, sit around the payload lineup.
Yeah, anyways, looks like round number 3 will be ready now with the team having chosen to play on Hollywood. So this is going to be a hybrid control point map, meaning they have to first capture a control point and then a payload will spawn, in which case they have to push that payload all the way to the end. So this is going to be really interesting because we've basically seen how Tilt Valhalla handles payload maps. So I expect they probably maybe having a really good game plan going into this.
Yeah, but we can't discount that Fire Dragoon who picked this map. It's foreseeable that they have a ton of experience on this map. Of course, Hollywood, one of the most cookie cutter bread and butter maps of Overwatch, probably one of the first few maps that every person who just touched Overwatch will begin to play and love. As it is a pure example of what the hybrid map is, a very open and easy to hold first point into a street space second point, finally with a chokeholdy third point, as most hybrid maps in Overwatch tend to have. So Fire Dragoon, definitely, we see a lot of different strategies come up from them on this map. And them being Malaysian, I have my fair share of experience playing against and seeing their matches on Hollywood. And they do like to run a little bit of Junkrat and as well as Darkas bring out his Reinhardt, his signature Reinhardt, what he's actually known for instead of his Winston or Zarya play. And in all likelihood, we will see that coming out from Fire Dragoon there. The Reinhardt and the Zarya being picked up by Saw and Darkas right now. I'm not sure if they're going to stick on that towards the end. As Hollywood, another possible map to be running the pharmacy, although currently it's not coming out from the side of Tilt Valhalla there. So we're going to have to see if either of these teams choose to stick with this line as Fire Dragoon, of course, having less of a choice as they are on defense and have to leave the spawns to set up.
All right, 5 more seconds before they go out. Fire Dragoon will be doing defense this time. As Darkas and
this is
Sword.
an interesting play.
All right. Fire Strike going to connect, but this is going to do some damage there. Not going to be able to take out anyone.
15% out charge and just back up. Not much to do there.
Yeah. In any case, they're going to be rolling out their cross-life. Actually caught quite a bit of damage going into the archers there, so he's going to have to fall back to a health pack pretty soon. But it looks like they're going to try to jump in there. Cross-life is going to go up front and center there with a recall going back up onto the high ground. He's going to try to jump in there, try to overrun the entire lineup here of Fire Dragoon, just aiming on a flame shot who's on that Reaper. But Cross-life, unfortunately, is going to get taken out there by Soar. Moikukeru is going to try to bring him back into the fold. No, actually, he brings iCreeks back into the fold. As CK is going to be facing quite a little pressure here from the Winston, forced out of his biotic field. He's going to have to back off far and away from the rest of his teammates. But Zoxos is going to be forced all the way back. It looks like Flame Shot is able to hold his ground here and basically be able to stay on the defense here on the first control point.
Yep, so EXO gonna get staggered on the D.Va here. As iCreeks, I believe, is still in the back lines. Oh, he managed to get himself out of that precarious situation there with another rocket jump.
All right, that's good news for him, I suppose. But iCreeks is going to hold by the archers, waiting for the rest of his team to hold in. And it looks like this side Crosslife is going to be playing the Pharah here, so that's going to be a little bit of switch up coming in, as we saw Zosos play Pharah before. So let's see if Crosslife will be able to make this swap to this good advantage here. But looks like Earthshatter is going to go down, not going to connect unfortunately, as Darkas is going to go in swinging there, trying to force iCreeks off of that control point. As Crosslife is going to run interference on the front line there, but unfortunately Tactical Visor is going to help take out that Pharah there, and looks like that's going to be end of the push here for Tilt Valhalla.
Yeah, a little bit questionable Tactical Visor there, as I believe they would have won the fight without it. However, the call was made by CK to use the Tactical Visor, and they will hold on to this. Ultimates for both sides coming up soon. As Crosslife off that Pharah, back onto the Tracer, believing that CK had done a very good job of shutting him down, wanting to get onto a hero that perhaps will get shut down a little bit less by this soldier here, as he's on to the back alley trying to take out CK.
Well, he's not going to be able to do much, but the Southern Shot is going to come out, not going to connect anyone unfortunately, but Fire Dragoon is going to have the little reprieve here to try to get back onto the control point. Primal Rage is going to be popped here by iCrease to try to force him out of the hallway. Tactical Visor is going to be popped by DJ. He gets one kill there on the face shot. He's going to get another kill there onto Darkas. So there's going to be 3 people down here for Fire Dragoon, as the rest of Tilt Valhalla is going to try to overrun this control point. 3K coming into the ground here, a little bit too little too late there, as it looks like Tilt Valhalla has this control point in their grasp.
Yep, and Tilt Valhalla does what I call the ultimate vomit there. So they come onto the fight with ultimates in store there, and with that, with 3 ultimate usages by the Soldier, Winston, and Lucio, they were able to take the fight there. As the 5 Dragoon coming in with a little bit of an ultimate disadvantage with CK and Flame Shots only now coming up with the ultimates. Just not in time, just in time for this second point push, but not in time for the first push.
Well, they're going to try to go in anyway. CK does have Tactical Visor. Flame Shot does have it out as well. They're going to try to push in, but they're just going to wait for the payload to try to make its way through the S-band here, because that's going to be the huge advantage there for 5 Dragoon to hold their defense with the high ground. But Tilt Valhalla is going to be forced back here with a really high-powered sword coming in through the doorway, as CK is going to be taking up his push here on the top. He's going to have full gun charge here as he attempts to keep Tilt Valhalla at bay. Graviton Surge is going to be ready here, so just wait for the Tilt Valhalla to try to make their way into the point, but it looks like DJ7 is going to be taken out there by Darkaz. In the meanwhile, Cross Life is going to be focused down by the Zarya. Zeldra is going to come out, not going to connect anyone, I think. Okay, no one at all, as Zozos gets back into his mech, but Cross Life is going to be met very swiftly here by Soar. Graviton Surge is going to be used here, and looks like Flame Shot coming in with a Death Blossom is going to be able to make some kills there, and it looks like the damage has been done. Graviton Surge is going to enable them to keep Tilt Valhalla off of that payload.
Yep, Victor, and with the new Mercy, no huge res coming out from her. And even though she herself didn't get caught in that Graviton Surge, there's nothing she can do as Resurrection only catches 1 person now.
Yeah, that's really such a shame there, but it looks like Sora is not going to be out of the woods yet, as Icrease comes in there with that Primal Rage. CK still has his Tactical Visor, just holding on to it even though the Graviton Surge had popped. But he's going to be able to stay on his high ground here, just waiting for Tilt Valhalla to make the move and overrun the position. But it looks like Tilt Valhalla is going to try to do another push here. With Cross Life being in the front line, he's going to be able to take up Vertexity. There's no Resurrects here for 5 Dragoon. As a Death Blossom is going to come out here from Flame Shot, taking out Zozos, and the Tactical Visor coming out as well. Tilt Valhalla, they're going to be completely annihilated on this payload here. Cross Life is going to be chased all the way to the back line there. He did manage to pick up a health pack there, but it looks like he's going to be able to get away. So 5 Dragoon, they're holding on to the...
Ooh, will fall there.
I spoke too soon, so it looks like just when he thought Cross Life was able to get away, he just runs right into that Soldier 76.
Yep, nothing he could do there, as getting staggered out, a little bit caught out in the back, bad positioning. And I want to say how quickly Flame Shots was able to get his ultimate there, as just as we were waiting for CK to use his ultimate, he actually managed to get his ultimate first and popped it.
Alright, the Sound Barrier is going to be popped by Lot here. They're anticipating another push coming in here from Tilt Valhalla. Pulse Bomb is going to connect onto Sora. He's going to be out for the count. Meanwhile, Flame Shot is going to be met by the Defense Matrix of Zozos, who's doing so much to try to hold him in place there, but the third Blossom coming from behind doesn't quite catch anyone there. It looks like CK using a Rocket Helix is going to be able to take it out. Zozo is going to be out of his mech for now, as Flame Shot staying in the front line here, just going to be making full use of his Health Steal there to try to go on the crease, but the Sound Barrier is going to prevent him from making full use of that Blossom there. He's going to be shut down there by GJ7. Now Darkaz jumping in there. He did have a Primal Rage, but unfortunately gets taken out by Cross Life. This is going to be huge here, as 5 Dragoon, they're completely collapsing here. Live finally going to get taken out as well, until Valhalla looks like they have this in the bag. With only CK in the high ground here, not much he can do. Vertexity going to be caught out here.
Vertexity going to get staggered. Unfortunate for him.
What a shame. As CK, he's going to be able to stay on that roof there, but there's not much he can do but watch that payload just make its way past the S-band.
To 5 Dragoon's credit, they actually held the first part of this second point for a very long time, making sure that they will definitely get a second hold here. And CK is going to pop his ultimate.
Visor, it's going to be used here. Cross going to get taken out. Jessie taken out as well. Zozo's going to get taken out. Icrease going to make it a 4th kill here. Yes, Icrease going to get taken out. Single Tactical Visor doing so much damage on the front line. So definitely CK was able to actually hold on to his position there.
And with 4 seconds left, I doubt that anybody from Tilt Valhalla is going to be able to reach the point here, and that is going to be the case.
Round 1 will be completed. We're only 100 meters to the name of Tilt Valhalla, and looks like 5 Dragoon is setting themselves up for a very, very epic 3rd round.
Yeah, the call was made there to swap onto the Reinhardt and Zarya for the side of Tilt Valhalla, and I believe that was the downfall going into the second part of the Street Space Victor. As the ultimate was popped by CK there, they actually had nothing to counter it. There was no Diva to jump, there's no Diva or Winston to jump onto that soldier on the high ground there. So CK on the high ground, completely uncontested, with the damage boost coming in from Vertexity, meant that he was going to get a very clean 4 kills there. His health bar probably not even dipping once in that fight.
That's a real shame there for Tilt Valhalla. I mean, the thing was that CK was able to stay alive even at the end of that fight there, and just allowing him to just stay on that rooftop there actually costed them because the tactical visor position was way too good for CK, who was basically able to see everyone on the ground.
I do have to say though that Fire Dragoon did a very good job of forcing Tilt Valhalla into forcing them out of their comfort zone, having to switch the Winston and the Diva off onto a Reinhardt Zarya composition, as they were holding the first choke into the point extremely well. And no matter where Tilt Valhalla tried to rotate, either through Cafe or over to storage, trying to get away from the main door where Fire Dragoon was holding with an iron fist, trying to rotate around, they definitely did not get anywhere with that, and they had to run their own tanky composition in the Reinhardt Zarya to be able to push past that. So it's going to be interesting to see what strategy Fire Dragoon is going to come out with here, as this is their map pick, and it's showing as that strategy there that they held on the second point. Flame Shots immediately switching onto the Reaper with So and Dakas on the Zarya and Reinhardt respectively, holding the choke extremely well. Nobody of Tilt Valhalla was able to get through there.
That's right, 3 more seconds before those gates open, and looks like it's going to be a go. So Fire Dragoon is going to be running Assault this time. Dark Ass going to be coming out there with a Widowmaker. Let's see if he's going to be able to get some pickoffs in the front line. In any case, CK is going to be running his favorite Tracer there, but oh, look at this. What do we have here? A defensive Sombra. He's going to be able to jump onto Vertexity there, forcing the defense matrix to come out there for Dark Ass, but it looks like he's going to be forced all the way back to this health pack, as DJ7 is going to hold on steady on this front line here. Rocket Barrage coming in there, not going to be able to do much to force DJ7 off of that perch.
Oop, and the swap is going to be called. CK moving on to that Pharah. Despite having a McCree on the other team, they believe that the Pharmacy is the way to go here.
And they're definitely anticipating that the EMP may be coming out quite soon from Crosslife. He's going to be able to charge it up pretty quickly, just going from health pack to health pack, just hacking it all the way there, just charging out this EMP when it comes out there for the defensive side. That's going to be a huge trouble here for Fire Dragoon, so definitely want to try to shut that down as much as they can. So CK using that Pharah is going to jump in around through the rooftop there, but Fire Dragoon isn't quite committing to this push yet, but probably just waiting for Flame Shot to make his move. So DJ7 meanwhile does take out Soar, so that's going to be a huge blow here for Fire Dragoon. They actually are quite set up for a push, but unfortunately without
I don't think they know
tank,
where Flame Shots is right now, Victor.
I don't think so, but they're going to have to watch out here. DJ7 does have the dead eye. Flame Shot's going to be Oh, that was a little bit too late there for Flame Shot. He tried to take that Mercy out, but unfortunately he's going to get chased down here by the McCree. But it's going to be an opportunity for Soar to try to jump into the cafe here to try to do some damage, but unfortunately he's going to be met by a lot of resistance. He's going to try to jump onto the top here, try to take out DJ7, but DJ7 is going to be defended by the Diva. It's a really good play here coming in from Tilt Valhalla, as Icrease is going to try to jump in onto the point here. EMP is going to come out here. CK doesn't have the Rocket Barrage ready to use yet. He's going to have to wait a little while, just hang in the sky a little bit longer, but he's going to get worse to the ground there, and Crosslife is going to end his life as a Sombra.
Yep, the Sombra they're coming in handy with their EMP, making sure that Fire Dragoon wasn't able to use any of their abilities into that fight, sealing a fight that had already looked to be won by Tilt Valhalla there. As Tilt Valhalla coming into the next fight with an extremely huge ultimate advantage there, only without the EMP and the Valkyrie, and a pause is going to be called here for Fire Dragoon, as not sure what's up there.
Maybe tactical points. Oh, actually, mic issues coming in from the side of Fire Dragoon. So we're just going to wait for them to sort out that issue while we wait. But let's just have a look at the current situation right now. So their EMP has already been used here by Sombra, so meaning they wouldn't have that at least until a couple of moments here. So maybe by the second push, they will already have the EMP ready.
Well, funnily enough, Victor, Sombra out is one of those outs that charge very quickly.
Right.
And since I believe that the side of Tilt Valhalla would be disciplined enough to be taking those health packs as they get damaged there. And with that, I believe that the EMP could be charged up very quickly going into the next fight. And they may have it, however, using it to secure the previous fight. I'm not sure how good of a play that was, but the call was made, and the EMP was expended there. So they're not going to have the EMP if Fire Dragoon choose to push right now. However, I think one of the things holding Fire Dragoon back perhaps might be their current lack of ultimates, as a few are going to be coming online very soon. So I'm not sure if they're going to be choosing to wait for those before making the judgment to push past that and go into the point with or without their ultimates, as many of them are coming up very soon.
they really have to try to force Tilt Valhalla to use those ults before they can have any hope pushing in. But the thing is that I think Tilt Valhalla is disciplined enough to just basically hold on to his ultimates and just not waste them to try to get 1 or 2 kills. They're just going to wait for Dragoon to go all in for the push before unleashing those ultimates. And definitely they're going to try to stagger it out at least until Cross Life gets the EMP ready here. So, and Dragoon, they don't, like you said, they don't have any ultimates on their side. Though a couple will be coming up pretty quickly though. But still, even with those available, I don't think they have enough to be able to push past Tilt Valhalla's defenses.
Yeah, I think Tilt Valhalla, what they've been showing right now is a complete and utter dominance on this defensive side here, as their positioning so far has been completely stellar. DJ7 not being caught out, even with CK trying to dive that cafe area. DJ7 being pocketed by Mori Guekeru on the mercy of Tilt Valhalla there, as they always have a tank ready to come back and peel in the case of a lead coming in, as we saw Flame Shots perhaps not having as much patience as he should have, seeing the mercy and immediately trying to go in for the kill. Luckily, the mercy of Tilt Valhalla was paying attention and able to get out of there before Flame Shots was able to get the pick onto her. And because of that, Dragoon did lose the fight, as the mercy did stay up and was able to use Valkyrie into the previous push there. So the thing about this map right now is that it is Dragoon's pick. However, right now we're seeing textbook play coming out from Tilt Valhalla here, as they're going to be holding this point for as long as they can. And without this first point capture, Dragoon wouldn't even be able to attempt the strategies that they probably have planned for the second point, which is their forte in Hollywood here. As
I can immediately see this, like, Dragoon doesn't quite have enough damage here to burst through, and let me try to explain. Like Tilt Valhalla, they have Icreeks, they have Zosos Icreeks on Winston and Zosos on Diva, and that's going to be a lot of damage you have to deal in order to bring them out. So in any case, they need to try to maximize, especially Flame Shot. He needs to be able to try to burst down those tanks as much as possible. But
especially with the Pharah not being a consistent source of damage, just having rockets try and zone. Exactly, as I believe both teams are going to be ready here, as we can go back into the match, as we are going to unpause.
I don't know, I think a swap might be in order here for Dragoon. You want to try to burst through this lineup, but Cross Life is going to try to go into the back line here, try to find some pushes here. It's going to get a hack
onto Vertexity. This is going to be huge. Valkyrie not going to be able to be used.
Vertexity is going to get taken out there by Jessie, but the Rocket Barrage is going to be unleashed by CK, taking out DJ7, but there's only one source of damage coming in. Lat is going to get hacked as well. He's going to be in a lot of trouble here. He's going to get taken out as well. Dragoon is completely falling apart at the seams here, until Valhalla will be able to hold on to this point with 1 minute and 20 seconds left.
And CK and Flame Shots both using their ultimates, despite the Mercy falling very early into the fight there. And this is exactly what I was talking about here, as I believe now the call has been made, and Tilt Valhalla now know that both of Dragoon's supports will be having their ultimates here. However, it did not come without cost, as now.
Oh, here he goes again. He's trying to get the hack onto Vertexity again, but this time CK is not going to let him go away scot-free. So it looks like Vertexity will be safe for now. Dragoon going on the point there with the sound barrier coming in. They're going to try to overrun his position. Cross Life in the back line there is going to be focused on by CK, forcing him to use the teleport to get back. But it looks like CK is going to get taken out by DJ instead. Lot jumping in onto the point here. He's going to try to force Icreeks out of the way, but he's going to stay on the point here, try to keep things alive. But CK is going to get a flashbang out of the sky there. Soar, meanwhile, does force Zosos out of his pack. But DJ7 is going to come around here. Graviton Surge is going to be in full effect here, but unfortunately not going to catch anyone too much. DJ7 is going to get taken out by CK instead, as Kree is going to go up front and center here against the Pharah, trying to force him out of the way there, but not enough damage is being done here onto him. Cross-Life is going to fall. Kreek's going to be forced.
Nice Primal Rage.
Pops out that Primal Rage just in time to meet CK in air. Dark-Ass still going to be alive there, going to be boosted up here by Lat, who's joined by Flame Shot as well, but Zosos is going to come in right far behind. But Lat is going to try to hold on to the payload for as long as he can here. But Flame Shot is going to be a little bit staggered behind. Unfortunately, Soar has lost his life there in the back. Oh, sorry, Dark-Ass has lost his life in the back line there. But Flame Shot is going to be able to use a Death Blossom to his advantage and take out Icreeks. But Icreeks will be brought back in the fold immediately along with Flame Shot. So there's going to be Rise coming in there. CK with a Rocket Barrage trying to force Zosos out of his mech. But Jessie is going to be able to try to push him out of the way there. DJ7, meanwhile, switches to the Tracer, getting the kill there on the Pharah. It looks like it's still going to be a huge scruffle here as we go into overtime. Dragoon doesn't quite have an advantage.
Looks like it's going to be it, Victor. It's Dark-Cast on the Tracer falling down. And that's going to be it. Dragoon being eliminated from this tournament. Tilt Valhalla moving on to the quarterfinals.
Well, that's quite a shame there for Fire Dragoon, but well played there to Tilt Valhalla. You guys held on the control point, not even conceding a single tick there to Fire Dragoon, and still gets play of the game here with Moigri-kun.
Yeah, Victor, I believe what Fire Dragoon should be thinking right now is if you're going to have a signature map, make sure it's not one of the most commonly played maps in Overwatch.
I know, right? But unfortunately, this didn't pay off for Fire Dragoon at all. Congratulations once again to the team from Indonesia, Tilt Valhalla, as they'll be proceeding to round number 2 here. So in any case, we'll be waiting for the next matches to come up. But if you guys are joining us here at the Red Bull Coliseum, don't go away because there'll be even more matches coming up. We still got FIFA Online 3 coming up, as well as Dota. And we'll be also back with one more match of Overwatch, I believe. In any case, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I've been a caster, Victor Kaxx. Joining me here is Sogeking in an analyst chair. And we'll be taking a break, but we'll be right back after these messages.